Scene script, heroism. A word often heard, but what does it truly mean? Let's take a moment to explore the concept of heroism. The Oxford English Dictionary defines it as great bravery. However, this definition, while accurate, merely scratches the surface of what heroism truly encompasses. Heroism is a complex blend of qualities, including bravery, yes, but also self-sacrifice and strength in the face of adversity. It revolves around the ability to rise above one's fears, to act in a way that benefits others, even when it comes at a personal cost. Bravery is not the absence of fear, but the ability to act despite it. It's about standing tall in the face of danger, not because one is fearless, but because one chooses to act regardless of fear. Heroes are not devoid of fear, they are simply able to put it aside and act when it matters the most. Self-sacrifice is another key component of heroism. True heroes are those who are willing to put the needs of others before their own, sometimes even risking their own safety to protect or aid others. It's about making a conscious decision to do what's right, even when it's hard, even when it's dangerous. Strength, in the context of heroism, is not just about physical power. It's about emotional and moral strength. It's about the ability to remain steadfast, to hold on to your values, even when the world around you is falling apart. There's a common misconception that heroism is an inherent trait, something one is born with. However, that's a misconception. Heroism is not a birthright, it's a choice. It's about making a decision to stand up, to fight, to protect, to serve, even when it would be easier not to. Everyday heroes are all around us, often unnoticed. They are the ones who step up when others step back, the ones who give when others take, the ones who act when others hesitate. Therefore, heroism is not a trait we are born with, but a choice we make in extraordinary circumstances. Now that we understand heroism, let us delve into what we mean by extraordinary circumstances. When we talk about extraordinary circumstances, we are referring to situations that are significantly different from the norm. These are moments that stand out, that are unusual, often involving high levels of danger or risk. They're the moments that make your heart pound and your palms sweat. They're the moments that push you, stretch you, and challenge you in ways you never thought possible. Extraordinary circumstances can come in many forms. They might be natural disasters like earthquakes, floods, or fires. They could be man-made crises such as wars, terrorist attacks, or even sinking ships. Or they might be personal tragedies or trials that suddenly turn your world upside down. But regardless of what form they take, these circumstances are always outside of our comfort zones, always pushing us beyond the boundaries of our usual experiences. Now, it's interesting to note that these extraordinary circumstances can often bring out the best in people. They can bring out heroism. You see, when faced with these dire situations, some individuals rise above their fears, their doubts, their self-interests, and choose to act in a way that benefits others. They choose to be brave, to be selfless, to be heroes. And this is the truly fascinating part, because it's not the circumstance itself that makes a hero. It's the individual's response to that circumstance. It's their decision to act, to help, to sacrifice, even when the odds are stacked against them. It's their courage, their determination, their resilience in the face of adversity that defines them as heroes. So extraordinary circumstances are those situations that challenge us beyond our usual experiences, and it's in these moments that heroes are often made. They are the crucibles in which ordinary individuals are tested and transformed, and where the true nature of heroism is revealed. To shed more light on this topic, we sought the insights of experts in the field. From the halls of academia to the practical world of psychology and sociology, we've gathered thoughts from those who've dedicated their lives to understanding the human spirit. These experts provide us with a more nuanced comprehension of heroism and how extraordinary circumstances can stimulate heroic actions. Renowned psychologist Dr. James Fairbairn suggests heroism in essence is a manifestation of our human capacity to act selflessly. It's a testament to our ability to empathize, to prioritize others' needs above our own, particularly when faced with extraordinary circumstances. Meanwhile, leading sociologist Professor Linda Cartwright offers a slightly different perspective. Sociologically speaking, heroism is deeply intertwined with our social constructs. We are, after all, social creatures. Our actions, heroic or otherwise, are often influenced by societal expectations and norms. In extraordinary situations, these influences can push individuals towards acts of heroism. But it isn't just about psychology and sociology. The concept of heroism also has deep roots in philosophy. As noted philosopher Dr. William T. Jones puts it, heroism transcends the individual. It's a reflection of our collective human potential. In extraordinary circumstances, it's the human spirit's response to the call of duty, to the call of compassion. Of course, these perspectives don't exist in isolation. They intersect, intertwine, and interact in complex ways to shape our understanding of heroism. As Dr. Fairbairn, Professor Cartwright, and Dr. Jones all imply, heroism isn't just about individual actions or societal influences. It's also about the extraordinary circumstances that can act as catalysts for heroic deeds. So what can we glean from these expert insights? Heroism is a multifaceted concept. It's about selflessness and empathy, societal norms and expectations, duty and compassion. It's about ordinary people responding to extraordinary situations in extraordinary ways. In the words of our experts, heroism is a complex interplay of personal choices, societal influences, and situational factors. Theory is well and good, but let's bring this to life with some real-world examples. In the realm of everyday heroes, we have people like Antonio Diaz-Chacon, a 24-year-old mechanic from Albuquerque, New Mexico. In 2011, Antonio rescued a 6-year-old girl who had been abducted. He witnessed the incident, jumped in his pickup truck and gave chase, ultimately rescuing the girl. No cape, no superpowers, just the courage to act when it mattered most. Then there's Betty Williams, an Irish peace activist who co-founded the Community of Peace People, an organization dedicated to promoting a peaceful resolution to the troubles in Northern Ireland. Betty, along with Mayreed Corrigan, organized massive peace demonstrations following the deaths of 3 children during a period of intense conflict. These actions led to both women receiving the Nobel Peace Prize in 1976. Betty showed us that heroism can also be about fighting for peace, not just in the face of physical danger. Let's also consider the heroism of Malala Yousafzai, a Pakistani activist for female education who at the tender age of 15 survived an assassination attempt by the Taliban. Instead of silencing her, the attack only strengthened Malala's resolve. She went on to become the youngest ever recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize. Her bravery continues to inspire millions around the world to stand up for the right to education. And who could forget the heroism displayed by the healthcare workers around the globe during the COVID-19 pandemic? Day in and day out, they've put their lives on the line to care for the sick and prevent the spread of the virus. Their selfless service is a testament to the sense of duty and compassion that lies at the heart of heroism. These stories show us that heroes can emerge from any walk of life in the most unexpected of circumstances, whether it's a mechanic from New Mexico, a peace activist from Northern Ireland, a young girl from Pakistan, or healthcare workers from every corner of the globe. Heroes are simply ordinary people who choose to respond in extraordinary ways when confronted with challenging situations. As we reach the end of our exploration, it's clear that heroism is not just about superhuman strength or special powers. It's about something far more profound and universally accessible. It's about choice. Let's recall our journey. We learned what heroism truly means, not just the dictionary definition, but the essence of the term. It's not about capes or masks, but about courage and selflessness. Heroism is about standing up, often against all odds, for what's right, for the welfare of others, even at the cost of one's own safety. We dived into the depths of extraordinary circumstances. These are not your everyday situations, but moments that demand more from us, that test our mettle, our resilience, and our values. It's within these crucibles of hardship that heroes are often forged. We examined expert opinions. Psychologists, sociologists, philosophers all concur that heroism is not an inherent trait, but a choice. It's a decision made in the heat of the moment, a stand taken when it would be easier to step back. We celebrated real-life examples of heroism in extraordinary circumstances. Ordinary individuals who chose to be extraordinary, who chose to act when action was needed, who chose to put others before themselves. From the firefighter rushing into a burning building to the stranger helping another during a crisis, we saw that heroes come in all shapes and sizes. So what ties all these threads together? It's the power of choice, the choice to act when others might not, the choice to stand up when it's easier to stand down, the choice to put others before self. That's the essence of heroism. It's not about being superhuman, but about being supremely human. So remember, when faced with extraordinary circumstances, the choice to be a hero is in your hands.